down to it.
Isn't Amy coming to these sessions anymore?
She does, but she's often not always exactly on time. So we'll just make a start without her. We'll just make sure. Oh no, I haven't quite got enough feet room. Hang on. So it's not quite the same as my garden here. So here we go. Just have your feet shoulder width apart. And we're breathing in and out. Yeah, she did ask me for the link. So she's relax the shoulders, relax the elbows and the wrists and the hands, and we're breathing. Oh, I've got a text from my phone. I'll just say it's probably Amy saying she's going to be late. So relax the shoulders and the elbows and the wrists, and we're breathing, and sink the hips. And we'll just start with this one. Keep going. Oh, she's having connection issues. No worries. If not, we'll put on YouTube. Yeah, they're having internet issues. So, yeah, that happened to me in my teacher's class on Tuesday night. I went to see Corel on Tuesday on Zoom, and Zoom kept throwing me out. So we're just, if you just see this from the side view, I've got my, so you set yourself up first, and then I'm just turning to the corner. Just turning to the corner. Actually, I will put the big light on. I think, if I can find it. So, yeah, it's just a bit dark and dismal today. Proper summer, proper British summer with rain. That's what you want. Lots of rain. It's good for the plants. Well, it's spitting at the moment, but
It's good for me. I don't like all that really hot weather.
oh, well, that's wonderful. I mean, I don't mind. I quite like it when it's like, if it's gentle rain and not much of it. It's quite interesting to practice Tai Chi in, actually, when you, yeah, it's really pleasant. So, there's some strange weather going on. Like, one of my friends is on holiday in Spain, and they can't go anywhere because it's so hot. They're having to stay where they're indoors. So, so just really relax and release around this area, the whole of the waist, and also tuning into the feet, feeling the feet. So So Amy is here in spirit, but the internet's not. I've just texted and said if she wants to come and watch it, she can watch it when I'll put all the classes from Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday up on the YouTube channel, and then she can do the class. So that's really annoying when that happens. It's one of the problems with Zoom. It's not always. It's reliant on an internet that's working. So we want to sync the hips, but what you do is you just allow the hips to naturally go down themselves rather than forcing things. Yeah, apologies for those of you watching at home. I just thought I won't wear my shorts, but actually I wish I had now, because then you can see my knees. Never mind. But my knees are in line with my toes. And I asked Mike, the head of our school, I was saying, look, I wanna practice. What do you think I need to be working on? And he basically said, work on this exercise. And he says that if you really want to get a lot of benefit out of this first of the loosening exercise, practice it for 20 minutes every morning. So I've not managed that this week. I've got up to 10. I was quite pleased with that, but I'm going to go. I'm going to up it on a weekly basis until I get to 20. Because the best way of finding out how good an exercise is for you is by doing it. So out of curiosity, I think we should try that out just to see what that feels like. And we'll do little tweaks. So I did an exercise with Carell along similar lines to this kind of thing. You just repeated the same move again and again and again and again forever. And just relax and calm the mind as much as you can. So it's not just relaxing all your muscles, you're calming the mind, you're just allowing it to just settle. And be aware of what your mind is doing, just as you're aware of your breathing, as you're aware of the contact with the feet. But you're just allowing it to do its thing, but not getting caught up in whatever's going on there. Just sort of noticing what's going on and then just calming again, just thinking the word calm. So I'm quite into, if somebody gives me something to do, I'll give it a bash. So we've been going about, I'll say 5 minutes, because it took us a while to get going anyway. We're a bit late starting and having to deal with texts and things. So breathing in and out, and we're going to see what it's like so you want to relax your feet and draw the toes in. And if it helps, you can wiggle your toes a bit just to wake them up, and then just allow yourself to settle. So you're reducing any movements that are unnecessary. And we're following our breathing. So just breathe in and breathe out. So yeah, I did this exercise with Corel. It was wobbling actually. We did the wobbling exercise and I checked my clock, and I reckon when I got to the end and checked what time it was, I reckon we'd been doing this one exercise for an hour and 15 minutes. And I felt great for two reasons. One, we'd stopped, but two, I felt very toned. I felt my tummy felt quite toned, but my legs ached. So that's what I remember. And it's a good exercise of wobbling, but this is the first one. And this exercise is something that I'm now, when I'm doing my practice, I'm periodically coming back to. It's like a kind of punctuation. I'm treating it like an exercise form of punctuation. So relax the shoulders more. Now the shoulders relax by sinking the hips, or allowing the hips to sink themselves. Allow your hips to sink themselves. So nothing's forced, but you're just allowing things to settle. A bit like when you're calming the mind. You're not going, oh no, I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about that, oh, getting all het up about it. You go, oh, that's going past, okay, I'll just relax. Oh, that's going, right, okay. And just keep relaxing and have this sense of it's determination to just do your thing, to do whatever it is you're practicing. Nothing is getting in the way of that. Whatever's going on. Be aware of the things, but just breathing in and out. And the other thing I noticed is after an hour and 15, how, because I was noticing so many things, so notice the contact with the feet, notice the arms, notice the muscles of the arms. So what you want to do is you want to relax the muscles of the arms. And he was getting us to work on things, even though on the surface, if anybody was looking from the outside, they'd say they're just doing the same thing over and over again. But the approaches were so different and interesting. Actually, an hour and a quarter flew by, and none of us noticed we'd be doing it forever. So let's just start with our shoulders. We're just going to relax the shoulders. You relax the shoulders by sinking the hips. So you sink your hips, and that gives the shoulders room to fall into. And we've got our shoulder joint, which is a nice freely moving joint. It's a ball and socket joint, or a fully movable joint. Even more so than the hips, actually, because we don't habitually stand on our hands. And right down to the fingertips. Notice the fingertips. Notice your fingertips. Notice the wrists and palms of the hands, elbows, shoulders. Soften your muscles on the top of the shoulders, so the top of the trapezius. I'll make sure your chin's correctly tucked in. So you tuck your chin in, and the crown of the head floats up. So paying attention to all your alignment, all getting the alignment correct, and paying attention to how you're moving takes a lot of time, which is why just doing one exercise is a good thing, because then you can give yourself an MOT without having to think, okay, what move am I doing next? You're doing this next, so you can really work on your correct alignment. So we're lengthening through the crown of the head and then sinking the hips. Okay, let's just pay attention to our hip area, so the hip joints. So you've got two ball and socket joints with a nice cradle of bone around it and a few muscles and ligaments and stuff. So Carell, at one point, because he loves his physics and the universe, he was trying to get us to focus on our bodies, and he goes, and then at one point, as a joke, he said, right, now, notice what your quarks are doing. The quarks are subatomic particles that everything's made up of or something. Ask a physicist, they can explain what a quark is. But I thought that was hilarious. You get so good at Tai Chi, you're even noticing your subatomic particles, not just what the muscles are doing. So you wanna relax. So we're not forcing. We're settling. It's a bit like when you get a cat. The cats I have at home have a really neat trick. They like to lie on a step up the staircase right when you're trying to get somewhere, and they're right in the way, and then their body almost melts into the step and spreads out, and they look super chilled. It's this kind of thing. When you're doing any posture in Tai Chi, it's that essence of a very relaxed but also equally alert cat. So should a mouse go up the staircase, it would know. There we go. So we're just breathing, and we're now pay attention to your lower back and see if you can get the back muscles just to soften and sink. And we're breathing in and out. We're sinking the hips, sinking the hips, sinking the shoulders, nice and relaxed in the hands. So I'm doing a version of this where I'm actually wiggling my fingers as I'm going round, just so I can feel the sensation in my fingertip, and just do some finger wiggling, and then just let your hands go and see if that's made any difference. So the first of the loosening exercises is like an experiment that you're minding, like, you add one reagent here and then you add a next bit, and then or cooking a meal that requires things at a certain time. So every now and then you're paying attention to what is happening internally in your body and also to your environment. So you're aware of... Oh, fantastic, the internet's working. Oh, but the picture's not. Oh my goodness. Okay. So just keep sinking the hips, sink the hips, and we're nice and tall. We're relaxing around the jaw. Just allow the muscles to relax. Right. So just feel the ground under your feet. Notice the contact through the feet. Make sure your knees are in line with the toes. Make sure your knees are in line with the toes. Sink the hips. So just get on and join in as soon as you can, because we're supposed to be doing this for 20 minutes and we've got 5 minutes to go. Oh dear. No, picture's frozen. Keep breathing. Okay, then focus on the breath. Just notice the breath as it comes in. Notice the breath as it comes out. So, notice what you are sensing. Feel the feet. Notice how the feet notice the contact with the feet. So if you get given a question like that by your teacher and say, "I'll practice it for 20 minutes," or "I wonder what it's like," just try it out, and then you'll have practiced it for 20 minutes, and actually with all the different things we're focusing on and trying to get right and correctly placed, it's not that bad really. So notice if one bit's easier to turn than the other. You know, after you've been doing something for more than 10 minutes, you start noticing which side feels more comfortable, and just make a body note of it, and don't worry about it too much. It's just something that you gradually work on, so eventually everything feels the same. Breathing in and out. Fantastic. So you'll have super strong legs and a nice relaxed and free back and nice floppy arms. So what we're going to do, oh, we've got another minute. We've got a minute to go, sorry. Oh, Amy's vanished. Oh dear. That's a bit of a rubbish Zoom class, isn't it? Trying to get in it for hours. She'd be better off just watching one of the older ones and joining in with that as if it's a new one, and then doing this one later, I think. Okay, and then this time, transfer the weight. Transfer the weight. So we're just going 60-40. And and then this time, opposite. This one's a bit trickier. I'll show you that from the back. It sometimes makes a bit more sense. Keep breathing. Okay. And then this time just have a little shake out. Yeah. Okay. That was very... Yeah, I'll keep plugging away at that. I'm actually going to do the full 20 minutes now I've done it. It's not... The thought was worse than the actual reality of it, which is always the best way round. So, now usually, so we just do a bit of bounce. Oh. And while we're doing bounce, let's rub our back. That's it. Breathing in and out. And shake. So, do you know, my arms feel longer. Amazing. And then we're going up. And stretch. And down. Up, 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 up. Stretch. And down. And then one more time. Keep breathing, very good. And then up, up, up. Stretch and fantastic. Okay, a little shake out. We just whiz through the rest of the loosening. 3, 4, 5, 6. So use your legs. And change. A nice big, I'll show you that from the diagonal view. We're doing this, very good, from the side. So the arms are in front of the body. Arms are in front of the body, that's good. We're all breathing. We're all breathing. And then 4, 3, 2, 1, that one. Four, 3, 2, and 1, and that's it. So relax your shoulders more, relax your hands. Feel the feet. Four, 3, 2, 1. And we'll just do the swinging. I like this one. You can take a slightly wider stance if you need to, just to feel that the arms are nice and relaxed, the back's nice and relaxed. And then back to posture check. Forwards and back. Sink down. So you're settling in your posture, your breathing, and change, wobbling. So we've had to whiz through the others, otherwise we'd just run out of class time. Okay, this time, turn one foot out, place the other foot forward. And we're going to do 2 turns in the front leg and the back leg. 2 turns in the back leg, 2 turns in the front leg. Turn, turn. So we stay upright. We stay upright. We're doing our posture. Keep breathing. Very good. Other side. So get yourself just so first. Actually, I'll show it from this way. So I turn my foot out, I place my foot forward, I sink my hips, I get my hip just so. I go into the back foot, I do 2 turns. I go into the front foot, I do 2 turns, and then you just repeat. You just repeat. Hang on, that's better. And you can see both my feet. And we're all breathing. And then forwards and back. Sink the hips, lengthen through the spine. That's it. Breathing some more, very good. And then try that the other side. So sorry we haven't got much time to do all the other exercises. We can like pick. These ones are good to do for ages. Just because of all the things it works at the same time. It really is very good. And then for fun, you could come in and out. In. Actually, wait a minute. Just relax. I'm going to put the thingamajig down. Have a water break. Have some water. Yeah. Cheers. Otherwise, because we've been working quite hard, so we better stop for a little pause. Relaxation stop. Great. It's really raining out there now. I don't know what it's like where I am, and there's some like a jasmine hedge or something. There's a very nice flower, and when it rains, there's this real nice sort of fragrance. It's great, really good.
Lovely. We haven't got any rain yet in the centre of town.
Okay, yeah. There's this amazing. Oh, it's lovely that. So yeah. No, I kind of oscillate between Cambridge and London and these days. Oh, I need to talk about when I'm away. I've had to change my holiday time. I'm away for the last 2 weeks of August. What I might do is I might do a few online. I'll do some YouTube sessions. So I'll do holiday. I'll pre-record some holiday sessions before. I'm going to be busy. Because I've got to do the folk festival Tai Chi sessions. Oh, at the end of this month, Friday the 30th, this class will be on YouTube because I'm at the folk festival. I'm doing the Tai Chi and the DIY massage, and then on Monday after the 31st or the 30th, they'll all be on YouTube as well. Because that'll be the Monday after. I'll be exhausted, so I'm just relaxing. And then the end of the last 2 weeks of August, I'm away. I'll write them down in an email as well. I've just got to get round to it. And then the first week of September, I think I'll be okay. Hang on, let me pause the video. I'll get me. Everyone, so has everyone had some water and stuff? Great. Okay, I'll just put everyone on mute again. Mute all. So, yeah, for those of you watching on YouTube, sorry about that. We're just sorting out the holiday things, and we've done loosening. Lots of loosening. So, yesterday we were looking at the section, the wave hands like clouds. So let's do the single whip health exercise. So I'll just do the feet. So you come up, back cat stance, front cat stance, raise the leg, step, and like that. So you end up like that, and then the posture is like that. So there's a little bit of a bend. So if you have a look, there's a little bit of a bend there. Hand, foot, elbow, knee, shoulder, hip. And then that, I like to put it out to there, so that is the same height as that, rather than lifting it up or too low, or, you know. But there are, if you look at single whip online, single whip, it can look quite different. What we'll do, we'll practice it a few times, and then what I'll do for next time is see if I can find a video that we can all watch, because I can do the share thing, and then we can watch someone doing single whip on YouTube and just see the different variations. That would be good. But let's just practice it a bit first, because we've been working quite hard. So then we'll. But those of you online watching this, you'll have to find your own variations because of copyright and all that. I won't be able to broadcast that. So let's just go up like this. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when you put your foot down, then you transfer your weight. It's a bit like when you're doing this exercise. There's a little pause. Hang on, you can't see my feet. Sorry. I'll put my shorts on for the next class, because it's hard to see what the legs are doing, because it's all black. So what Mike's been doing is having a little pause and then going like that. And then go like that. So then you do the, if I do it with the arms, 1, 2, 3, 4. So he goes like this, 4, and then 5, and then sinks down like that, nice and relaxed. So mine's a bit bigger. When Mike does it, he does quite a compact version, but the version I'm doing, I learnt with Ed Hines years and years ago, and it's kind of more, was quite expansive. I quite like that, but the important thing is when you're doing a big expansive movement to make sure your shoulders are relaxed and your hips are sinking. So let's try that. I'll do that from this side, and then we'll do a few that side. We'll do the same number each side. So let's go 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, like this.
And is your weight even at the end there, Farah?
A little more on the front foot, so it's more like 55-45 or 60-40 ish. It kind of depends. It's normally more forward, but that feels quite a lot as well. But there's definitely more of an emphasis forward, because it's like a push. You're like pushing forward, and that it's a, yeah, let's try that again. 1, 2, good question. 3, so this is my 3, 4, 5. So I sink, I put my foot down, and then I move my weight. And you also want to be upright, rather than that way or that way. You want to be like that. But you can do it much smaller. I mean, Mike's more like this these days. But I've not been doing Tai Chi that as long, so I like to do the big movement. But you can do it small as well, and that's, yeah, we look at volume and speed a lot in Tai Chi, and it's worth trying things out, different speeds, fast, slow, medium, different. So you could do a massive one, boom. You could even do a really big one if you want, or you can do a small one, and it's the same move but different. So it's worth trying these, you know, doing a little bit of exploration, so you're not too stuck on doing anything in one particular way. Especially because I'm really into health dance at the moment, with Corella Never Scuba, where you just, you know, make it up, and you can do your, you just make it up as you go along. And you could do your single whip. You could do a single whip health dance, and that would be. It's good. And the tree qigong, I love that. I love the tree qigong as well. It's fantastic, isn't it? On Tuesday, I'll try and get to another Tuesday class. And the standing, you see. Like I went to their class after, and we stood for about more like half an hour. So that was hard work. Try it the other side. Yeah, I'm not naturally a standy still kind of a person, but that's okay. You can develop. There we go, and we go like this, and now sink the hip, and then the foot comes out, heel toe, then you transfer the weight and sink down. So it's quite, because it's a big stance, it's quite tricky when you do the foot step, because you can be tempted to kind of move your weight too early. So you can, 1, 2, 3. This bit reminds me a bit of ballet dancers actually. 4, like that. 5. Now my hips are level, and then you put the foot down, and then you transfer the weight and turn the back foot in, and then we're like this. Yeah. And you can wave at your friends. And then we go. Oh dear. 1. So it's palm up, palm down, 2, 3. Oh, nice. So it's nice, but you wanna sink. 4, 5. And then that's the thing you do, and shake out before. So we've done the inspect the horse's mouth, roll back, ward off, double-handed push. We'll do it the other side. Inspect the horse's mouth, roll back. So I'm mirroring, I'm doing mirror side. Ward off, I hope, double-handed push. And then it goes into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it goes into wave hands like clouds, where you step out 3 times with your left foot. So I'm mirroring, I'm stepping out 3 times with my right foot, but because my Friday Zoom class I use mirror side, and then you step out 3 times with your left foot. I can't do mirror sides when I'm teaching from Ely on the Thursday, because the people what are in the hall, with their brains would melt and they wouldn't be able to cope. So I have to do it facing away, so we're all facing the same way. But it's because my directions are a bit. That's another one of my things that's not one of my strong skills, and it gets quite. I said, now which side am I on now? So for fun, we're going to do that whole little section. We're going to do from the end of Step Back and Repulse the Monkey to the second single whip in context. So we're just going to try that out as a little thing. And then what I'll do is I'll have a look for single whips. Single whip, something, and we'll next week, not sure where I'm gonna be. I've been asked. I'll probably be from my. I'll probably be at my friend's. I'm watering my friend's plants. I've got to plant sit, so I might be going either from their garden or their lounge next week. We'll just see. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cat stance. Now you place your foot heel toe, then you transfer the weight, inspect the horse's mouth. Turn the waist, roll back. Now you turn the waist so that the fingers point to the corner. Turn the waist again, sink forward. Double-handed push. So it's all in the weight transfer and the waist turning. Turn the waist, push out, gather under, hold the ball, and then you step, inspect the horse's mouth, roll back. That's it. Turn to the front. Very nice. Okay, then what we've just practiced, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then step out 3 times with the left leg. Once, twice, 3 times. 2, 3. There we go. So there's that little. Well done. We actually got to do some Tai Chi for a change. That's unusual. We had a loosening-a-thon, didn't we? So just to see what it's like, let's go back to everybody's favourite exercise. So it's just, that's great. Do you know what? It feels so much nicer, doesn't it? Having done it for like a million years. This is brilliant. Right, that's it. I will definitely be doing it for 20 minutes each day. What a great idea. Yeah, that's like super smooth. Nice. Oh, this feels good. So yeah, enjoy practicing your 20 minutes of loosening number 1 every day. Okay, let's do, yeah. Sun and moon. And one more time. Oh yeah. And then embrace the tiger, return to the mountain. So soften the shoulders, sink the hips. Soften the muscles of the shoulders. Breathe in and out. And then we'll look super young today, so rub the hands together, very good, and polish the face, marvellous. And then rub the hands together again, give the lower back a rub. Yeah, I'll have a look on the internet for single whip things, and then we can look at what other people do, and sometimes it can help. But yeah, here we go. Breathe in. Breathe out. So remember, next week we've got normal. The week after, it's on YouTube. So I'll try and record it over this weekend. All the classes. And one more time. And just stand for a moment. And breathe, nice and tall. Feel the ground under your feet. Make a fist with the right hand, left hand over the top, bring your feet together and bow. Brilliant, well done. That was good, yeah. I do like my Friday morning classes, they're really cool. So thanks to the viewers at home, like and subscribe, tell all your friends, great.